Let's go. Chandra ult. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We got there. What up, Council? I'm the Underdog, and welcome back, baby. Ooh, got a spicy little brew for y'all today. So, apologize I haven't released as much gameplay videos in the past week. I was really janking around in Mythic, trying some pretty out there things, and couldn't get anything to work. And I said, screw it, I'm tired of losing. No more jank strategies. We're brewing up something competitive, and we really kicked ass today. I think I'll go over the stats at the end. I think I went 8-1 today, and just hosing things left and right. It's a real spicy one. Gruul artifacts. I saw people do like Jund artifacts, and I tried that and didn't have a ton of success, and realized that we got all the answers we need in Gruul. So it's centered around Biotech Specialist and weapons manufacturing. I love this card. I've done quite a few brews with it. There might be some more, but okay. So it's centered around these two. The deck can play different ways. So you'll see in a couple of the games, we'll just go the aggro route. We got Edge Rover, 1 mana 2/2. It's an artifact. When it dies, creates another artifact token. Gene Pollinator. It's kind of like a Land War Elves, because you're pretty much always going to have some sort of dirtily token that you can tap to add 1 mana of any color. That, with the starting town, can cast our singular Phantom Train, which, coupled with the Biotech Specialist, can close out the game. And then we got other things like Magda, Tough Cookie. Tough Cookie, you can turn on one of those junk tokens into a 4/4, and Sentinel. So with that, you can kind of go aggro. Then the tech gets kind of spicy in here. So weapons manufacturing, Legion Extruder. I'm sure you're aware of this by now. And we got chainsaw for removal. But with Magda in there, whenever we target something, we get a treasure. So you can do it on your turn and your opponent's turn to get 2 treasures, and then you can sack 3 treasures to get a 4/4 dragon with haste. So that's something nice you can do. But what's really spicy is, so then with the Biotech Specialist and the weapons manufacturing, now every time you sack one of these munitions tokens, you're dealing 2 to any target and then 2 to your opponent's face. So Biotech Specialist, that's why we have the Phantom Train in here. So we're going to rack up a ton of little artifact trinkets, and we could sack the whole board. And if we have a Biotech Specialist out, that'll just, it should usually just kill your opponent on the spot. Chandra, I love this Planeswalker, and it's very narrow. It's good in certain decks, but it's, I don't know, it's just fun. You get tons of value off of it. We're usually doing the +2 because you can ultimate after 2 upticks. So the ultimate is fairly easy. You'll see it in the gameplay. We get a dub with a Chandra ultimate. Whenever an artifact you control enters, this emblem deals 3 damage to any target. So it's pretty backbreaking in an artifact deck if you can get the emblem. And then you may sacrifice an artifact, which is great because we don't have a ton of ways. We have a decent amount of ways to sacrifice the munitions tokens, but not tons. That's a great way to sack the munitions tokens. You can draw more cards, get more fuel. So if you can't win on the aggro route, we have a lot of like mid-range and then even late game potential, if you slam like a Phantom Train. And when you only put one of in the deck, the shuffler always wants to give it to you. So it's a spicy one. It did very well for me. Stick around in the post-game wrap-up. I'll go over the stats. But without further ado, let's jump into the games and see how the Gruul artifacts do on the battlefield. Peace. Get the Pollinator out there. Nice. Sick. Not stoked to be going up against this. Oh God. Okay, so I am worried about the 3 mana cage. What? Tap that. We wanna, oh God. Wanna incentivize him to not kill the tough cookie. Okay, they're going for the monument. Okay. Turn you on. I mean, that's some good artifact aggro. Do they have a sweeper? Probably. Realistically, they probably do. Okay, we'll put it over. They don't. Hell yeah. Sick. Okay, we're going up against blue-white control. I think we just get the specialist out because we don't have any other artifacts to hit with manufacturing. This is not what I thought it was gonna be. Okay. Swing in with the rover. I mean, I guess you too. Okay, opponent takes it. I want to save the second specialist. This will get a trigger too, so we'll play Chandra next turn. Exemplar of Light. I think it's worth the trade. That's their only way to gain life so far. I mean, it would get us a treasure, but so be it.
Time to think. Just drive.
Sack the lander. Alright, no attacks. So for sure swing into Chandra, so we could probably get in some more points on the ground. Damn, that was our sack outlet. We needed that. It does give us map tokens, actually. I think this might just be the play. Ghost Vacuum is holding priority. They likely don't have anything to cast. Dark Trinity. Yeah, and the next turn, we likely can close it out, perhaps? Okay, no attacks. No counters on the Sentinel. That sucks. Okay, there goes the get lost. Then we get more maps to feed the specialist again. Consult the star charts. Hell yeah. Secret reach, even I forgot about that. Okay, it does go up to 5. Okay. Get you out there. No more lands. No more lands, please. Okay, we'll keep you. That's perfect. We can get this big enough too, so they have to. What? You're. Oh, come on. Get the rover out. Edge Rover. Edge Rover's edging. Okay, let's jam. The Edgelord Rover. Blue, white. No, not the rip. Another specialist. We really... I think we're up against blue-white control. And in that case, we're going to need ways to close out the game. So, sure. We really want to hit the 4th land next turn. Then we could... like, Extruder. Oh. Get a treasure, sick. We don't want to see the Pinnacle Starship. Esper artifact. I don't. Oh, maybe it's the Esper Pixie. That might be what it is. It's only non-token though, so I think. Ah, no more lies. Okay. I'm worried about a wipe. I'm not going to play it out. Because if we can get him close enough, we could just kind of close out the game. And we could put a 3/3 out there. Yeah, I think we don't commit more to the board. I think we just chill. Like if they wipe, we'll sack. Yup. They did have the Star Cage. Okay, massive bummer. Give me 4th land. Dear God. This probably gets countered. Yeah. Last we hit 4th land. There was a 0 stick. I kind of wish I got the specialist out there. They're gonna take 2 though. And then if this resolves, they're dead. Do they have a way to gain life at instant speed? Burger churn? Alright, hell yeah. I think we're gonna get there if they don't have a counter spell, which I don't think so, because they didn't. I think we get there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah. Can't lose. Double manufacturing is nice. Yeah, so I think we'll ramp next turn, depending on what we draw. Ah, this deck. And the turn. So I think this is that new kind of like Simic annoying deck. Oh, I like this card. The Genomorph. Get ourselves a forest. Okay. Okay, so they're likely sitting on a bounce spell, right? I think we ramp one more time. Then we'll have access to 6 mana. We could play the manufacturing, the extruder. Yeah, let's do no attacks. Yeah, we can get a lander by chumping with the rover too. So they might bounce one of our specialists in response to us cracking the lander. Which I think is okay. I'm pretty sure. Six mana becomes a 6/6. That's spooky. Or 6 lands. Another mountain. Let's party. Let's freaking party, dude. Let's freaking party, Cro-Mag. So they're gonna try and We're gonna try and flash in the Curiosity next turn. I mean, do we even care about picking this off, or do we? I think we just go face. So we sack that, they take another 6. So that means they can't really attack. Unless they got a million bounce and stun spells. No attacks. Alright, end the turn. You're gonna get cooked, Chromag. I do kind of like this deck though. It's too bad a million people have already done it, so I don't think. Yeah, this is giving Curiosity. Could sack it to the Rover or to the Extruder? Sure. Yeah, they see it. Keeps winning. Rover's nice. One man. What does that mean they're sitting on? Serve on them. Okay. Well, it slows down a little bit, but we get this out of here now before it gets too big. So these two right here, it's a target ability, so we'll get a treasure every time if we can get to 4 mana. They're sitting on some type of removal, so I probably shouldn't play the Specialist. This probably just dies, right? Other option is get the manufacturing out. It could be that flash creature that destroys artifact or enchantment. I just realized that after I played this. You like sack it to destroy target artifact or enchantment. I don't know what the hell they're sitting on. This deck usually doesn't play a lot of instant speed interaction though. They also have the Scryland. Alright, Grant, come on. Praying for land. Bud. We don't hit a land. What do we do next turn? Was not expecting that. That came out of nowhere. Maybe it's just like a more mid-range. I have no clue what Grant's plan. Just to land. Now I'm getting scared of Ultima. I mean, Ultima totally wrecks us. Totally wrecked. Come on, just no Ultima. But I wanted to get the Pollinator out there because we can tap it for mana, so we get to 4 mana. Okay, Charming Prince. You draw 2 cards from Nolan. So you draw 2 cards. So it's some Blink shenanigans. Sick, but oh my god.
We at the finish line, chumps. No time to think.
Sack an artifact. Okay, thank god we hit the land. I think we just want to keep hitting lands. I mean, there is a chance they have the Ultima. I guess we'll keep it.
Only direction I know is forward.
Elegy Acolyte. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, you draw a card and you lose a life. The meaning ends up of no. Okay, so I would want to target this, but I fear that opponent just blinks it. So that'd be a waste of 4 damage. So I think the plan then is to get the Specialist online. And Magda. I did that out of order. I definitely should have done it in the other order.
Let's shift gears.
We just go dome. Get a treasure. Was really hoping we hit a land, then we could use the Pollinator. We'd have 2 more mana. We could Legion Extruder, you know, sack something else. So we close it out next turn if they don't like Ultima. Okay, Servandum. This is 6 in new cards. I mean, we want to ult Chandra in this. I don't think we... So this will go up to... Whenever another creature dies or is put into exile. We could block here. They might have a way to deal 1 damage though. I mean, so be it. I think we win a million different ways. Especially if Chandra ults. They gotta get 1 more counter on this, and then they could... Then they need a way to sack it to kill Chandra. And we're stuck at 4 mana, so we really want to... Okay, so they do it 1 more time. And they don't have a way to sack Servandum. Let's go. Chandra ult. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, let's see. For mana, we have access to 6 mana. So we want to just go... Do we have enough for lethal? Like this. Oh, I think I screwed that up. I screwed that up for sure. Oh no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We got there. Sick. I don't like to mulligan, so I'm gonna keep it, but it's very sketch. Alright, LL Cool Chez. You better be playing a creature deck. Okay, weapons. Now we need lands. Bat? Turn 2 bat? No turn 2 bat. Different colored swamps. Okay, the Revenant. Sick. And we hit the land drop. I think we just get this. We're pinging away for damage, so we don't want them gaining life. We got the Phantom Train too. So can we get away to get black mana? Or, yeah, to get black mana. And we hit the land. God, I'm so good at this game. This just gets removed though. It doesn't? Is everyone a different swamp? High Society Hunter. Whenever this creature attacks him. Poor guy, we're just hosing this guy. Never. I don't even know what it does. Okay. This will give us another. Let's get this out. Wasn't really thinking. I guess actually I should have played this, held the removal spell, and then cracked a map. Okay. A wee bit spooky. Because it could combo off. Okay, we can also crack maps to get us there. We just draw the 2-drop, we can combo out and win. Let's do one more. Okay, we don't need you now. How do they I forget what the other card is that combos with this. Okay, sick. We hit the land drop. Oh, I guess it's the enchantment. Excalibur. Whenever you gain life, put a charge counter. Oh, I got all these munitions. What am I thinking? Am I totally spacing? I can just sack all the munitions. Oh, that's game. GG. Okay. I'm spacing. Did I screw that up last turn? Oh my god, I totally missed lethal. I totally missed lethal. I'm a fool. I am a fool. Okay. Alright. Okay, we'll tap you. Go like that. Never mind. There's too many lines. I can't keep it straight. What does this thing do? Okay, that's 10. We got it. GG. Oh, cool, Chaz. God, I love this train. The train is back. The train has left the station. Let's go. Got him. Oh yeah. What up, Legend? Thanks for sticking around, and I hope you enjoyed the games. Yeah, as you can see, we did super good. That's what you'd like to see. That nice uphill trajectory, 8-1. After it's a faint line, but after this epic downhill slide of me just playing the most degen crazy jank brews, trying to come up with some wild ones, see if you guys some cool new videos. I'm gonna talk about the deck, and then I'll talk about kind of the direction of the channel, what's been on my mind lately. But yeah, we did good. We went 8-1. It should be, I should make note that we were in low mythic, and you know, so there were, you saw in some of the matchups we were playing against, you know, not the tip top stuff, but in the play queue I was still doing good with it, and it was like putting me up against like all the meta decks, you know, as I was testing out the deck and kind of brewing it and cooking it up. So I had a couple thoughts on some changes in the deck. So my only swaps that I might make that I kind of thought about is the curve. So the Magda synergy, it's spicy, but the treasures coming in tapped was a bit problematic and didn't quite pop off the way I had hoped. I was hoping this with Biotech Specialist. Obviously, you sack the treasures, can ping for damage. Thought it would be a little bit better than it actually was. It didn't totally come up as that effective in the game. So what I was thinking that you could do is put like that Clockwork Percussionist. It's a 1/1 with haste, because in the curves you want to play a 1-drop, and then maybe let's say like turn 2 weapons manufacturing, then turn 3 you usually want to play like a Legion Extruder, and then it would be good to follow it up with another artifact. That artifact, you get value when you sack it. and yada yada yada. So I think that would tighten up the curve a little bit. It also gives you a little more card draw when that artifact dies. It impulse draws 1 card. And then maybe going up another Phantom Train, because like Phantom Train and Biotech Specialist, it wasn't that hard to cast this. I feel like you always draw a starting town or a Gene Pollinator to be able to cast it. And so I think you could do that. Maybe trim Magda and or the Tough Cookie, put in some of those, the 1-drops, and then another Phantom Train. Tough Cookie's hard though. I mean, because you saw in one of the games up against, I think it was like Control or something, where you just go aggro with Tough Cookie and you turn those dirtily tokens into 4/4s, and it really kicks ass. So those are just my thoughts. You know, not guaranteed that that would make the deck better, but depending on how you like to play, you might be interested in making those tweaks. So then I also kind of wanted to talk about the direction of the channel and kind of get your guys' feedback. I mean, most people don't stay this late into the video, but if you did, I appreciate you. Okay, you don't come to this channel for generic meta decks, right? You know, you want that, you go to CGB or you go to Dr. Ruckus or something. You know, no knock on those guys, they're great, they're amazing. You come here to see like creative new brews, kind of like push to the limit, try to make them as competitive as possible. But, and I also, I got to keep it real with you guys. Like I always, you know, if I got to give you the stats at the end and tell you how good the deck is and how it did for me. You know, I don't like to blow smoke up your ass and say, you know, like this is, you know, like some YouTubers out there saying that this is the next best deck, and, you know, and it's clearly BS in a lot of instances. You know, they just show you the, you know, the games they win. So I like to keep it genuine and real with you guys and not blow smoke. That being said, you can't always brew interesting decks that are competitive. So, and lots of times I like to just brew some wild out there janky things, but they're not competitive, as you saw in my untapped stats, how I just totally tanked. But I think they're cool decks and I think they're super fun and would be interesting to watch. So if that's something you guys are into, let me know, like drop me some comments and just say, you know, bring on the jank, or, you know, whatever you have, and we'll do that, because especially right now, the meta does feel a little bit stale, you know, not like completely solved, but like, you know, we've kind of picked out the cool brew around cards that are good. It might be fun to also pick out the brew around cards that are not good, but that are extremely fun to play. And so if you guys are cool with that, let me know. And, you know, I'll come up with some wild deck lists. But as usual, y'all are the best. I read all the comments. I really appreciate it. It like warms my heart. And yeah, catch y'all in the next one. Peace.